In the evening, I enjoy a um, cup of mint lemon tea. It's an affirmation of my thoughts. Um, it's not something that I do to relax me, something that affirms my relaxation within myself, you know. And that's important because when you're relaxed within yourself and you're able to be discerning in your thoughts, it's not easy for someone to influence your thinking. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be easy for someone to influence your thinking. But at the same time, it should be thought out that the reason why it's not easy for someone to influence your state of mind is because you have a discerning state of mind. You have a state of mind that not only is relaxed, but takes things in their proper context. You know, watching one set of ideas in your thought patterns, what that does is the rigidity of your thinking becomes all encompassing, and it doesn't allow you to search for the truth. It only allows you to search for what you want to hear. Truth is not what you want to hear, but what is. You see, like a lot of his followers, you know, our our president is not able to understand reality because he's so used to molding reality to what he wanted it to be instead of what it truly is. And these last 4 years have been exhausting for everybody, more so than a pandemic, which, the last since March. It's been exhausting because day after day after day, our president has been exhausting our minds with thoughts of uh, madness and uh, conspiracies and fraud and fear and uh, just thoughts that constantly cause you to have to open it up and understand it, adjust to it every day, every day. And see, that's what happens in cults. That's what happens um, to people who get brainwashed. You see, they're always bombarded with these thoughts from the leader of that cult. So they don't have time to sit down and calm their thoughts. They're exhausted. And so at the end of the day, they say, okay, yeah, that's it. They must be right. Or, yeah, the other side is, and what my racism and all those things are well justified because these people are animals, you see. or on the left, or Donald Trump is, I mean, they keep bringing in all of his madness, and see, their ratings go up, and so they benefit from it too. See, and all the while in the middle, there you are, and you're exhausted because you don't have the ability to say no, stop. I'm not going to allow that. You see, yes, maybe I might have wanted to just say, okay, give it to Trump, because in some ways it might have been easier just to be the opposition, because you don't have to make the decision. You just have to say no. Okay, you know what I mean. I'll keep fighting. I'll be resistant. I'll continue the resistance. In a lot of ways, that's easy. Now that we've won, we have to know how to govern. You see, and you can't govern out here. You can only govern the middle path. You see, the middle path is how people of both sides, of the extreme sides, can be brought together. You see, because they see their leader as somebody who's measured. For the last 4 years, our leader hasn't been measured. The scales have been tipped too far to one end. That's why I said that democracy is a thinking man's government. You see, stop watching only those things that you agree with, but don't watch anything on Fox either, because that's not productive either. But you don't watch anything on MSNBC either. I don't watch either one. You see, if you want to get the whole story, watch your whole government. C-SPAN is our whole government. You'll be able to see the whole thing. You'll be able to see each side without the sound bites. You'll be able to absorb the whole meaning of everything that they said. You see, and then you can make an informed decision on your own. You see, there's just a pastor who got caught. He was cheating on his wife, and they threw him out. And everybody, I'm sure everybody's like, wow, you know what I mean? But I'm not, because I know that that because people follow something at these mega churches, because they follow something. The reason why I'm not surprised is because when they follow something like that in that venue, it lends itself to degradation. It was a good quote, and I forgot where it came from. When a man has that much power, good intentions, the gates of hell, good intentions met on their way to gates of hell, or something like that. You see, or those people who had good intentions, can't maintain because it's too much. It's too much power. And nobody should allow anyone to have that much power over this. The only person who should have the power over this is you. When you watch these videos, I'm telling you to be thoughtful on your own. Use the knowledge that I just because I endorse Joe Biden, you know what I mean, doesn't mean that you have to endorse Joe Biden because you think I have a good thought pattern. I don't want you to. I want you to follow Joe Biden and his administration. Now that he has to govern, I want you to follow it and say, okay, yeah, he did this right, but wait a minute, I don't like that. I like what the Republicans said. If I don't like what the Republicans said, they may have a point. See, right now, the Republican Party is perverted because they allowed, or their voice was sent out. That energy that they sent out found a host in Donald Trump. And then when it went out of control, okay, when it went way overboard, They couldn't control it, and then they had to follow it. They had to keep going. It's one-way trip. You see what I'm saying? Double indemnity is a good quote by Edward G. Robinson. He's like, they think it's twice as good when you have two people doing murder. And all Trump was trying to murder our democracy. And what happened? Boom. So the Republican Party is tied to Donald Trump now. See? They're trying to get off, but you can't. You see, you have to learn how to help your fellow Republicans with their conservative ideas be able to think those conservative ideas on their own. Lindsey Graham didn't pump fist Kamala Harris for nothing. He know it's time to get off. It's time to get off that wagon. It's time to leave that alone. You see what I'm saying? CNN wanted to know why, how you can do both. Well, and with that fist pump, he's saying, I'm keeping my social distancing. I know that this pandemic is real. I know that we put Donald Trump in office, and now it's time for us to change. Time for us to understand that our democracy requires our diligent work, and we can't give birth to noism. We can't give birth to, thought patterns that say, if I can stop you and say no to you on everything, even though some of your ideas are good, I have to learn from that. I have to say that, yes, your ideas are good, and I have to give you your props, and we can work together on that. But if you don't, we'll be back here in 4 years with somebody else.